Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. So my name is Maya Bhatia. I am the community coordinator for the Illinois Heart Rescue Program. If you're not familiar with the Illinois Heart Rescue Program, we are a free program that is state funded, but we are also associated through the University of Illinois at Chicago. So we provide free CPR training throughout Illinois. So we go to Peoria, Springfield, Champaign, um, and everywhere that you can think of in Illinois. And including in our training, we do CPR, but in addition, AED, Narcan, so overdose, and also bleeding control. So I will start the presentation. So what is the Illinois Heart Rescue Program? So we are a program that seeks to increase out-of-hospital cardiac arrest survival rate. So we are trying to increase neurologically intact survival rates. And this means after surviving a cardiac arrest, the patient is able to go home and live a normal life. So in addition, we also collect quality cardiac arrest data, and we do this by partnering with IDPH, which is Illinois Department of Public Health, to train emergency medical systems. And then the goal with collecting this data and going around Illinois teaching CPR is to reduce health disparities in cardiac arrest outcomes using hotspotting. So hotspotting is an area that has a higher concentration of events occurring. And then we identify and intervene in areas with highest indications and poorest outcomes. And so this is a photo of our CARES participation by county. And then the outcome. So far, I'm sure the number has increased significantly, but that's the number of people that we have trained. I'm sure by now it's at least 30,000. And so now, due to our increase in training bystander CPR, Chicago is now above the national average for out of hospital cardiac arrest survival rates. So we recently presented at the American Heart Association conference. So that is a recent finding that we are above national average, and it's very significant. So training locations, like I mentioned before, we go all over Illinois, and we go to schools, hospitals, health associations, culture centers, major league sporting events. Recently in September, we had a big event at Wrigley Field for a Cubs event, and we were able to train over 100 people at Gallagher Way we helped train fans in CPR. But again, we go to schools, and on the left side, that's a photo of us at the fire department. They had a family day. And in the middle, that's another photo of us at the Cubs game. So if you notice in our photos, our mannequins are diverse. Not only are they diverse in skin color, but also the anatomy of our mannequins. And we're very proud of that. And that's because women significantly receive less CPR compared to men. And we're trying to break the stigma of that. And so one way we help break the stigma is with breasted mannequins. So here's a quote from a former participant. It says, "I think it was great to consider the breast when it comes to compressions. I feel more prepared." So that's our goal with trainings, is to empower people and to make participants feel more prepared if a situation were to occur. So our class coverage, our classes are about an hour long, and we teach CPR, AED, and Narcan. If you want, we can also do stop the bleed, but more often we teach those three topics. So with hands-on CPR, we have practice using our mannequins, and then operating and utilizing AED device. So AED stands for Automated External Defibrillator. AED devices should be in most public areas. So we have a trainer, and during classes we go through what to exactly to expect when you use an AED machine. And then recognizing and understanding an overdose. So in addition to being proud of our numbers, our bystander numbers being significantly higher compared to other states, we also, in Cook County specifically, for fatal or non-fatal overdoses, we, due to Narcan, we have less people in Cook County um, dying due to overdoses. So we like to go through Narcan and what to exactly expect when administering it. We also provide grants. So we provide community and emergency medical service grants. And these grants help provide mannequins and also AED machines. I have my email listed, but I will also have it listed at the end of this presentation. Our grant is very informal, so it's you provide us a paragraph explaining exactly what you will use these materials for, and we do accept on a rolling basis. So if you are interested in receiving a grant, please reach out. And then recently, we have been helping with the CERP House bill, which was recently passed over the summer. And this is a bill that, so it's the school board of each public elementary school and secondary school. It requires teachers, administrators, and other school personnel decided by school officials um, with information regarding emergency procedures and techniques, including the abdominal thrust, hands-only CPR, and the use of an AED machine. So schools are required January 1st of this year to have a plan on how they will react to an emergency situation, specifically CPR. So this is something that we've been working on recently since it passed, helping schools. So if you know of a school that needs help with getting their draft, we can definitely discuss that and help them figure out what exactly is needed in their draft. And then this is an overview of the Illinois Heart Rescue resource. So again, we have our contact information, and then with a little overview again about what we are. So we're a state-funded program, and we operate under the University of Illinois, and we are tasked with increasing neurologically intact survival. So again, neurologically intact means the person is able, after surviving a cardiac arrest, to live a normal life. All our resources are completely free. So doing CPR, trainings, grants, if you need help, if your school needs help with a CERP draft, we're able to help with that. And we go to schools, emergency medical services, hospitals, and our classes are an hour long, and we bring all the materials to you. So we have our mannequins and what you can expect with our training. So we have hands-on CPR, AED, overdose, for opioid training using Narcan, stop the bleed. And these trainings are for grades 6 through 12. We like to say sixth grade just so that the student is able to comprehend the information. And our classes, we like to cap them about 30 people, but again, that number is flexible. So if there are more people, we can definitely include that, or we can have two different sessions, but 30 people is what we like to cap the classes around. And then our trainings, it does not have certification, but we provide the same exact information as certifying would. And then other resources, so the CERP plan, and CERP stands for Cardiac Emergency Response Plan. So again, this is needed for all schools in Illinois. This was passed over the summertime, and it will start January 1st of this year. And it requires for schools and districts to develop a plan in order to be compliant with state law. And then our grant, so we have the community and the emergency medical service grant, and these grants provide mannequins or an AED machine. So if you are interested, please let me know. This is our some of our social media. If you'd like to follow what we're up to, we're always up to something. My coordinator is actually in Dubai this weekend for a conference. So this week she's in a conference for the Arab Resuscitation Council. Last week we had the American Heart Association conference. The week before that, she was in Greece for another conference. So we're always up to something. If you'd like to see what we're up to, follow our Instagram. We also have LinkedIn, and then that's my email. So if you are interested in receiving a grant, or if your school would like to set up a CPR class, you can definitely reach out to me, and I would be happy to help set up something.
Maya, thank you so much for all of that wonderful information and for sharing it with those in attendance within the Illinois Library community. We're going to open it up. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat or the Q&A, and Maya will answer them. Anyone? Again, we are recording this, so if you decide you want to rewatch it and you have questions, again, she included her email information. So this is the last call for questions. Anyone? Questions about how much lead time is needed to set up an event?
So we're pretty flexible. If you let me know about a month prior, I think that would be enough time. Currently, we are booked for November and December, but January, February, after the new year, we have more availability.
That was a great question. Thank you, Charlene. Anyone else? Hey, well, looks like there are no more questions, so we're going to wrap it up. I'd like to thank all of our attendees for joining us today. And of course, thank you, Maya, for presenting all this wonderful information and providing this wonderful opportunity for libraries to take part of and offer to their patrons.
Sure. Here's my information for anyone who wants one last look at it.
Yes, please jot that down. Please. So thank you so much, Maya. Thank you for all of our attendees. We hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody.